Hello, hello, hello. Say hi to Bill Squire, who is right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys from a safe distance.
Hey, there's Mary Santora right over there.
Hi, guys.
Oh, sorry, there you are.
Come on. Hi, guys. No babies.
Poundcake is back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
We're going to dig into Poundcake's new column shortly. Well, it's not a column, but... Poundtakes. Is it at the website?
Yep, it's up at AlanCoxShow.com. Poundcake.
Poundcake. It's called Get Out of Your Head. Okay, there you go. So we'll dig into that shortly. I was confused in a text conversation that was going on last night.
And I'm sure you got some clarity this morning.
Well, I got clarity after I read... Yeah, I got clarity after I read it.
Yeah.
Because I have the original version.
The original version is what is published.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay, good. The unvarnished take. Have you read this, Mary?
Yeah. You printed it out?
Well, he's going to want to read it.
Well, I had to mark it up.
I know. Oh, so he sent it to you to, like, edit.
No,
I sent it to both of them.
Oh, okay.
And I
emailed them.
Yeah, and we'll get into it.
And
Okay.
because... And we'll get into it. I was like, nope, I'm going to leave it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna completely demoralize him. Of course, I'll probably do that when we start talking about it, but I didn't want to completely demoralize him, which is what would have happened had I written back. So I left it, and I told Bill, I said, publish it unedited. Poundcake's unvarnished thoughts. For you, dear customer, we got a call on the after hours line the other day of somebody who was concerned that Poundcake was getting into a rut. And, so we resurrected his old column and reposted them from a couple of years ago. Poundcake said he was going to work on Instagram bodies.
Old habits.
Yeah, it's still there for you, and a lot of other things as well. So you can get into that there. That Alan Cox Show After Hours line, if you want to use that, you certainly can. 216-986-8903. I got a letter from Megan, who is a doctor. I 10,000% agree with Alan. Reasons for why handshaking should die for good.
My argument...
I'm a female doctor.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Squeezing your hand really hard rather than applying a respectful amount of pressure hurts for the hand on the other end. So there's the physical end of it. When men have their nether regions examined, which is necessary for hernia or scrotal issues, they grab or cup their junk 95% of the time. I do these exams for a living. Just let me check without reminding me where your hands were and are going to be before you sign paperwork with my pen, hand the papers to the staff, shake other people's hands, etc. Clammy hands are no good either.
What was that?
Etc. Clammy hands are no good either. Wash your hands. Stay away from others. That is from Megan, who is a doctor out there somewhere. And we were saying yesterday that handshaking should go away for good. Whatever happens in the aftermath of what's going on now, handshaking should go the way of every other antiquated relic.
My argument was that you guys I felt you were blowing it out of proportion as far as spreading germs go. And my argument was that touching anything in a public place is worse than shaking somebody's hand.
I bet she would disagree with that.
The argument I used yesterday, which I still say, is opening the door at the gas station, or even if you're going to get a pop out, opening that refrigerator door, going into the beer cave, or any of that has been touched by way more people than the person's hand you're about to shake.
Granted, but you're touching that primarily with your fingertips. You kind of hook into that and open the door that way, whereas with a handshake, you're palm on palm. All I'm saying is I would think that whether or not you think it's overestimating it, I would think everybody would want to do what they could do.
No, I agree.
And there's no easier thing to remove from your life than handshakes.
I don't want people...
This has all done it for us.
Right.
But because we were too stupid to figure it out before now, I guess. But.
I had people message me on Instagram like, I can't believe you don't wash your hands. I'm like, that's not even close to what I said.
Right.
I was saying that, to me, it's the same thing. That if you're going to get weird about shaking somebody's hand because of germs... then just carry that through everything else that you do.
I think that you would think that the company, in a crisis, there's always opportunity. And I would think that the company that makes those alligator grabbers that you can get stuff off the shelf.
For old people.
Yeah, for old people, they're practical. For younger people, you just use them to, like, screw with people. Like you go up behind your friend's ear or something. And yeah, right. I would think that whatever company makes those grabbers that might be one that you'd want to invest in. Because everywhere you go, you could use the grabber for something. You open up the whatever.
Hook hands. Universal hook hands.
Universal hook hands.
Everybody's a pirate.
UHH. That's right.
They can do the little open close.
That's a good idea. Universal hook hands. Mm-hmm. When is Talk Like a Pirate Day? It's in August or something, and everybody has about 5 minutes of fun with that.
For whatever reason, I always forget when that is.
Why is that a thing?
Why is what a thing?
It's like National Toast Day. Or
Talk Like a Pirate Day? Yeah, that's got a little bit more traction than... I mean, look at how little people talked about National Doctor Day, which was Monday.
Oh, boy.
In the midst of all this, who was talking about National Doctor Day?
Probably just the doctors. Or
Probably just the doctors.
They may have been busy doing something else
Doctors'
this time.
families,
You
probably?
think they were?
Yeah, maybe.
Today's day 92 of the coronavirus crisis.
It goes, time does not fly.
Yeah, I'm still debating as to whether or not I'm going to pull April off my wall calendar. Because on the one hand, I'm like, well, it is the month of April.
It's still nice
and if
to
something
look at.
happens, it's no fun to look at, but I mean, if something happens, anything important's going in my phone calendar. Not really, show things were going up on the wall. If guests were coming in, if you were out of town.
Did you write Formal Friday?
Didn't
on your
write
calendar?
in my phone, because it's important. Didn't write Formal Friday on the calendar. Maybe I'll do that.
I shaved my armpits for that.
Hey,
I
me
took
too.
a shower today, shaved up, getting all ready because I'm going to do the dry shampoo curled look tomorrow. So I primped and shaved and got ready.
Now, why today, not tomorrow?
Because I'm not going to take a shower tomorrow.
Now you know why we're not shaking hands with her, Bill.
Doesn't mean my hands aren't going to be clean.
You just proved all those people
no, I
right.
did not.
Who
I
said,
can still wash my hands and not
wash.
take a shower.
Yeah,
You
right.
plan days where you're not going to shower?
Yes, because when your hair on the second day is a lot better for curling and styling and things like that.
Yeah,
when
unless
it's fresh
you're
and clean.
especially now, unless you're doing manual labor in the middle of the summertime, you don't need a shower every day.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
some people do just because they like the ritual or whatever, but it's not that great for your skin
or your hair.
or your hair.
Right.
I didn't know if you were just going to do a shower cap or something. I thought that's what most girls do. At least
No.
black girls when
You
they don't want to
can-
get their tracks wet or something.
After you dye your hair, if you get your hair done, you're supposed to wait 48 to 72 42 hours is really specific. 2 to 3 days before you wash it for the first time. So when you do something like that, you can kind of just throw your hair up in a bun and wash your body off. But no, I'm nice and clean today. I will continue to wash my hands, but you put the dry shampoo in, get a little volume, a
start
little
to wash your
dirty. We'll
hands.
hold it.
I guess I have to figure out what I'm going to wear tomorrow too for Formal Friday.
I'm between 3 dresses right now.
Oh boy.
Wear all three and do costume changes.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Every segment a
Different
brand new.
outfit.
That's what I'm doing. Every segment I'm putting on a whole new suit.
Okay.
Yep.
We gotta make a dressing room out of the side studio. I like it.
Because as it gets later in the show, it'll be closer to nighttime and I'll have to wear something more appropriate.
More formal as the show goes on.
Exactly.
Right, that's right. Like Alec
Right.
Baldwin in
Tuxedo.
30 Rock.
Exactly.
I'm not a farmer. You're wearing a tuxedo?
It's after 6. I'm not a farmer.
That's right. So I'll be wearing a tuxedo the last hour of the show.
I will bring outfit changes.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But again, you do whatever you want to do. Whatever you see as the potential for that. Yeah, so I'll put Formal Friday on my office calendar.
That's something to add.
Yep.
Is this
You
going to
know?
be every Friday or is this just a
Yeah.
special occasion?
Let's do it every Friday.
Let's
We
see
got
how it
nothing
goes
else going
tomorrow.
on.
Let's see how it goes
let's see
tomorrow.
how
I was
it
going to say, I think I only have
tomorrow.
5 dress outfits, so I'm good for 5 weeks.
It's usually warmer than it needs to be in this room just because anything south of 75, you get icicles on your face for some reason.
It's never this
So-
warm in here.
Please.
It's
So-
77 right now.
68 usually. I know.
It's what in
not
here, Bill?
that
It's
hot.
77 right
77
now.
degrees.
It's way too
It's
hot.
like we're
here.
growing bananas in here. I can feel it.
It's
So there's
not
no
good.
way. There's no way I'm sitting in here in a suit in 77. There's simply no way. So
I won't need a shawl.
no, I think this is broken because I cranked this down a while ago, and it's still getting condensation on the inside of the window here.
Condensation.
I gotta remember
little
when-
spaghetti strap.
When I see Corey
Number.
Roddick leave, I got to come in here and crank it down because he's a slight little man, so he likes it warmer in here.
Same.
And if I do that when he leaves, it's usually fine by the time.
Oh,
we
he's
get
the
in
one
here.
who cranks it up.
He does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is fine as long as I remember to put it back.
Right.
But
Or
right
have
now
a
it's
sandwich,
little warm,
Corey.
Yeah.
You know, that way you could withstand
I don't want him
some
to change
cooler
who
temperatures.
He is.
That's true.
Light little man.
Those are all the things that make him who he is. All right, let me break. We'll get into Poundcake's new column, which you can preview if you like at alancoxshow.com. If you want to send a text, 35192 to hit me up. And the next chance for you to text and win $1,000 is coming up at 2:30.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.